YouTube, what's going on with y'all this morning, man? I bring y'all along for the car ride with me this morning. Beautiful day out here. Y'all can see how bright it is out here. Beautiful day here in Detroit. But I just witnessed a bad accident, man. It was on Telegraph and Goddard. If you live out in the Taylor area, just be careful out here, man. A lot of accidents lately over here. So be careful while you're driving out there. I hope nothing happened that was devastating to whoever was involved. A lot of glass, gasoline everywhere, and clothing on the ground. So it couldn't have been good, man. I just hope everybody's all right. But yeah, while I'm bringing up the topic of driving, man, and I was watching Dose Dion, and he had mentioned something. He said he was thinking about it while he was driving, and I was like, you know what? That's why I do a lot of videos while I'm driving. My greatest sports thoughts, they seem to happen while I'm driving. I don't understand it. I'm probably sure for a lot of the men out here that drive constantly and, do things like that, I know you the same way. I don't know why, but when you're driving, it's just peace, and you think about sports a lot, and it's hard to explain. But Detroit Lions versus Green Bay. Let's get into it, man. As far as the injury report goes, nothing new. Limited practice for DeAndre Swift. Darrell Bevell said he's going to bring him along. He hasn't practiced in a while, so they're just going to bring him along until he's ready to go. So I don't know what that says for the game this weekend, but we'll see. He did say that he expects Trey Flower to be back at some point in the season. I would like to see him, Everson Griffin, and Romeo Okwara out there not the same time, but rotating in and out, man. It gives teams a less chance to double team, which brings me to the point of Deshaun Hand coming back. That is very important because with Shelton out, Deshaun Hand can definitely help in the middle when it comes to the run game. So we need guys back, man. We are severely hurt with this Detroit Lions team, man. We have too many injuries to try to really do something in these last games, man. We have the ranked hardest schedule for the remainder of the season. I just want y'all to realize that. You look at the teams we're facing, it just doesn't get better. So with this game against Green Bay, like I said, nothing really notable for Green Bay to say, oh man, yeah, that's really, really going to help the Lions. Typical Dylan and a couple other players or whatever with Green Bay. Like I said, the injury reports are pretty much what we thought. Nothing too surprising or anything like that. With Okudah recovering from the shoulder injury, now dealing with the groin. So, like I said, the injuries just won't go away. Of course, with Kenny Galladay, his hip thing, man, it's tricky with a hip injury. You can ask a lot of NBA players, man. It is really tricky with a hip injury. And what you got to understand is, being the type of position player that he is, with a lot of hard cuts as a receiver, running routes and stuff like that, it's just not easy. It's not easy. A lot of people, still believe the contract theory. I'm really no longer believing that right now. I think it really is the hip. Hip injuries are not a fun thing when you're an athlete, man, a professional athlete especially. So, we'll see where that goes, man. But yeah, he didn't practice again. So, but everybody else pretty much was limited except for him, Okudah, and the notable, the usuals. Austin Bryant was limited. I don't know why he keeps getting injured. He's dealing with a thigh injury, so I don't know what that's about. We'll see. I like Austin Bryant, though, from what I did see. I would love to see him play on the field, to be honest. So, as far as injury goes, that's what you have. But as far as the game goes, it's going to be tough. I want the Lions to win just because it's Green Bay, to be honest. And, like I said, when it comes to draft position, man, I'm not really the guy to be on that train. I kind of was almost getting myself suckered into it, but when you really think about the way that, some of these drafts have went with the Lions, you know what I'm saying? I just don't have confidence in the franchise, man. I don't have confidence. So, You know, as far as losing games for better draft position, like I said, especially if the Lions plan to do the quarterback route, if they plan to do that, that's a if. We don't even know what they're going to do. We haven't even picked new leadership or anything yet. So if that's something that they're going to do, it really doesn't matter how high the pick is. It's the right quarterback. You have to pick the right quarterback. You know, like I said, I've mentioned quarterbacks who went later and are the best quarterbacks in the league. They went later. Mahomes, number 10. Aaron Rodgers, number 25. Tom Brady. So you have to know what your franchise needs. Your management needs to do the proper scouting and pick the right guy. That's just it. At the end of the day, you can have the draft picks all you want to. If they can't pick the right guy, it's pointless. It's really pointless, man. That is my main real point about the draft position thing, man. We have to get the right personnel in here in the first place. That's the first thing that we need to be worried about. Not really worried about draft positioning right now. Get somebody in here that is going to do the job right. That is the whole objective right now for the Detroit Lions, when it's my opinion. Like I said, I don't care what you do. You don't have the right guys in here, you're going to suck. So they're going to bring the wrong people in here. So, yeah, that's step one. But as far as this game goes, it's going to be some scoring. It's going to be some scoring, man. I think the Lions are going to carry that new breath of fresh air over into this game and do some scoring, because Green Bay has not been the greatest with stopping us from scoring, except for when Matt Patricia stopped us. So, like I said, we you know, not too long ago, we should have beat Green Bay, but, you know, 2 phantom hands to the face calls came out of somewhere. I don't know where they pulled them out their ass. But anyway, that's the past. That's the past. We're talking about now. New breath of life in the Detroit Lions. I think it's going to be some scoring going on. Now, the problem is the stopping the scoring. The Lions, I don't believe, will be able to stop Green Bay. That's the biggest problem. Unless we dial up some really good pressure packages. You don't pressure Aaron Rodgers, you're going to get burnt. Simple as that. You've seen, I pointed out to y'all with the Tampa Bay versus Green Bay game. The Tampa Bay Bucks, they dialed up pressure and they made Rodgers look like, I mean, he was out there looking like a rookie. You know, some of the interceptions he was out there throwing, like, what are you doing? I don't care how great the quarterback is. I keep telling y'all that over and over. You've seen it. The last game, the Bears, it was the cream of the crop of what I've been trying to explain. First half, you've seen 2 different teams in each half. The first half, you've seen the typical Lions team of the Matt Patricia era on defense. You've seen guys out there, it wasn't working. They stayed consistent doing the same thing that was not working out. No pressure whatsoever. And it made everybody in the secondary look bad. Part of it goes back to the Darius Slay situation too, that I was trying to explain to people, because like I said, your secondary is going to suck if you don't get pressure. Second half, dialed up pressure. And guess what happened? You started to make plays. You started to make stops. You giving your offense an opportunity to come out and put more points on the board. That's what ultimately led to the victory of the game. It is ABC 1, 2, 3 when it comes to football. It really is, man. It's not that deep. Some people try to make it deeper than what it really is, man. Like I said, if you got a good offense, a great offense, and just a good defense, they don't have to be great, but just good defense where, you know, they're serviceable and they can put pressure on the quarterback, you know, when needed. You can win with that. But if you cannot put pressure on the quarterback, you are going to lose. That's just how it's going to go. You are going to lose. I don't care how high-powered your offense is, you're going to lose. You're going to lose that battle. You have to put pressure on the quarterback. Simple, plain, period. They did that in the second half. Lions came out with a win. They started to make Mitchell Trubisky look like Mitchell Trubisky. You know, when Mitchell Trubisky was looking like an all-star against this Matt Patricia era defense, it was because we had no pass rush. which make me even more angry with Bob Quinn because, like I said, he just never really addressed that problem. So, with that said, man, it's going to be tough for the Lions. If they can't dial up pressure against Green Bay, it's going to be a long day. But if they can go out there and we can get some of them packages we seen in the second half against the Bears, they don't always work. But it's something that you have to do when you are depleted like that on defense, when you don't have as much talent as you need not offense, defense. You have to do that. You got to take them shots, man. And, it worked out for the Lions. They need to do it out the gate this time, though. Period. This is not a second half make adjustments thing. This needs to be a calling card until you can get some guys in here because it's too many people out right now. Until you can get some guys in here, that's what you got to do. It's your calling card. You got to send it. You have to send it, Corey Underlin. You have to send it. That's what you have to do. Simple point plain. If you want any type of shot to beat Green Bay, you have to put pressure on Aaron Rodgers. That is the only way it works against him in that offense. So, my prediction for the game, I predict that the Lions will come up short. I'm giving it a high-scoring game, probably. Man, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to say Packers 35, Lions 21. I think it's going to get ugly, man. And that's just my football mind. The fandom in me hope not. I hope the Lions can do some things to slow that offense down, man, but I just don't see it, dude. I just don't. I'm being honest with myself. I'm being honest with y'all. So, like I said, I love my team. I just don't see it. And if they did pull this game out, I would be at a loss for words because I just don't see it. So, with that said, that is the preview this week for the Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers, man. And we continue on to keep an eye out for potential targets for the Detroit Lions to bring in here as management, man. So, let's enjoy the game this weekend, hopefully. And hopefully we can come out with a victory. But if not, yeah, like I said, we need to focus on management. So with that said, you guys have a great day out there. Enjoy this sunshine because I'm probably sure it's going to be some type of rain or snowstorm coming because this is odd. So y'all be easy, man. Be safe out there.